Now they always say congratulations. Work so hard, forgot how to vacation.
So we are back to Rockies French here in the show 17th today. We're gonna go sim up to a round trade deadline and pull off some deals, I guess, on the 31st, where we can go and just get some talent on this team to go and help us in the playoffs. Because right now it seems like you might make the playoffs with a record of 55-43, and we're only 10.5 games back of first place in the NL West because the Dodgers are the best team in baseball. And then in the NL Wild Card, we hold the #1 spot there, along with the Giants that are 50-46. So at this point in the season, I think we're pretty much, like, compared to all these teams in the league in the NL West, the wildcard hunt, we're the best team out of all these teams. So, personally, I think we're going to make the playoffs this season, so we got to prepare for this playoff run, and right now we need some more backups, though, or at least some more help in the bullpen, because right now, our bullpen's looking kind of weak at this point with, like, all these empties. Like, we need a long reliever for sure, even though Daniel Finn's having a heck of a year so far as a rookie. We need another long reliever just in case something happens, like, say, Ubaldo Jimenez goes down, and we need another guy there in the long relief. So, our #1 thing to do this episode is to go and add a long reliever to this team. Then we might be able to go and maybe flip Joba Chamberlain for a better reliever, or just check out our rotation in the system and see if we could bring up another guy out relief. Because right now, you have Mike down there sitting in the AAA. You got Zach Birdie, Irvin McCallum, we got John Ward. We got a whole bunch of young guys in here that are pretty good and might be able to be brought up, just like Ben Bowden. Because Ben Bowden was only 68 overall when I brought him up. Right now, he's got a 1.71 ERA. I believe he is close to being an All-Star this season. So it's not that bad, though, for what we basically got in Ben Bowden, because I think I signed him in the free agency, and he turned out like basically a diamond in the rough, almost kind of thing. So add another long reliever to the pen, and maybe add or flip Joba Chamberlain for a better relief pitcher, and I think we might be good. So right now, the last episode was a Philadelphia game against the Phillies, was against Carlos Carrasco, and he was a tough nut to crack, though. We did end up winning, though, a score of 2-1. Very low scoring game, 4 hits apiece. Not that bad, I guess, considering our defense is amazing. But as you can tell, though, right batting, David Dahl is all our offense, all we need to get to go and win that day, as he had a home run in the first with, I believe, Gigi LeMahieu on, and that's all you need to go and win this game. But take a look at our pitching, though. Our pitching was just amazing, or at least their pitching is amazing. Carrasco, 6 innings pitched, 3 hits, 2 earned runs, and 13 strikeouts. This man is a legend, though, in the rotation. Whereas our pitching, we have Robbie Ray at 7 innings pitched, 3 hits, 1 earned run, and 4 strikeouts in the game. So not that bad of our pitching staff in this game, as we won that one with Ottavino with the save. So pretty good game of that one. Is a pretty low scoring game, a very good and fun defensive game to go and play against the Phillies. And the Phillies are not that bad of a team. They're 46-50, and they've been on a big upturn ever since acquiring Carlos Carrasco and Yan Gomes in that trade for Maikel Franco. So clearly that really helped rejuvenate their offense, and now they're finally on the rise up once again. So this episode, might as well just go and sim through these entire series. It's probably the rest of the Philly series, entire Kansas and San Diego, up to the 30th, and I think we might be able to go and pull off some trades on the 31st. We'll sim through the 29th and see what happens. So Vladdy's back here. So Vladdy's off, no longer injured, and he came off the DL. So I'll utilize him. Or wait, hopefully yeah, it's AAA. Okay, so I'll utilize him. And take a look at this, though. So far, having a heck of a run, and we lost once in the entire sim period. So you won, what is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 to 1 in that simulation. So pretty good overall simulation from us. As we went and swept the Phillies in a 4-game series there, we went and swept the Kansas City Royals, and we went and won 2-3 against the San Diego Padres. So one heck of a sim period right there. I'll take a look at the bigger games, like the 6-5 games. So Ben Bowden got the W there against Brian Webb in that one game. I think it was like the third game of the series. Anything big happened for us, though? Our offense, I think. Oh, look at the RBIs we had. We had LeMahieu, Blackman, Desmond, Walters, and Hernandez. Walters had home run. And our pitching was Robbie Ray, 2.1 innings pitched, 6 hits, 4 runs, and 2 strikeouts. Okay. So then the Kansas game went 5-2, 4-3, and 5-2. I'll take a look at this last game with Stephen Wright. So Stephen Wright throwing the right stuff in that game. As take a look at this one actually. Stephen 5.8 innings pitched, 6 hits, 2 earned runs, 3 walks, 4 strikeouts. Pretty good game out of Stephen Wright. And right now we're 62-44 now on the season after that sim period. So we're one of the top teams in all of baseball after that sim period. After we just excelled. So San Diego 8-6 in that first game. Ben Bowden got the W again though. He's playing one heck of a series, or a heck of a season, actually. As, how do you play, though? Our offense was McCutcheon, Story, and Hernandez all at home runs. Cutcheon 3 RBI in that game, so huge game at a Cutch there. Whereas, looks like Robbie Ray pitched again, though, at 4.2 innings pitched, 8 hits, 3 earned runs, 2 walks, and 5 strikeouts. And it looks like Bowden got the W there with 1 inning pitched and 1 hit and 3 strikeouts. So pretty good overall sim period there, and that's pretty much it. So now it is time for our trade deadline episode, and we'll take a look at the trade block first after we go in to go look at the standings. The standings, we're only 6 games back of the Dodgers, so that sim period really helped our team just basically advance in the standings and grow even more apart from the rest of the teams in the wildcard hunt. Because right now, I think we're like, what is that, 5... We're like 7 games ahead of the Giants, though, so it's a pretty good comfortable lead there from the Giants and the Brewers. We're 8 games back, so yeah, we're pretty safe here for this wildcard spot as of right now. But the rest of the overall MLB, take a look at this one. So it looks like we have 67 Cubs, 68 Dodgers, so the Dodgers best team in baseball still. And then we add the 65 Red Sox, and I think we're the next best team in baseball, though. We have to be, yeah, I think we are. So we're 1, 2, 3, 4th best team in baseball. Take a look at this, though. Hold up. Let's go to stats, team rankings, winning percentage. So we're the 15th best team in all of baseball right now, as we're on the rise right now. We're rising very good right now in this league. So take a look at those standings right now. I guess for team rankings as of right now, why not do that? Batting average of 4th there in all of baseball. For at-bats, it doesn't really matter. Runs, we're 4th. Hits, we're 4th. Doubles, where are we at? We are middle of pack. Triples, we're number 1 in the league in triples by 1. Home runs, we're number 1. Home runs, what the heck? How are we number 1 in home runs? They didn't really build this team to be powerful, but I guess it panned out though nonetheless. So you have Nolan 29, Trevor Story 21, and Blackman 19. That's all you need to be number 1 in baseball, I guess. As RBI, we're 4th. Stolen bases, we're 2nd. So it's our speed and our power, though, it's really helping us out this season. Stolen base percentage, we're 5th. Based on balls, walks, we are 6th. So our team is very good offensively, though. Slugging percentage, we're number 1 in all of baseball, tied with the Cleveland Indians. On base percentage, we're 4th. Total bases, we're number 1 by, like, what is that? I don't even know, 6, 9 bases, I guess. And then plate appearances, we're 3rd. And GADP, yada, yada, yada. Where is our pitching? Fielding percentage, looks like we are 11th. Okay, that's not too bad. ERA, where are we at in ERA? This could be our downfall here. We're 15th in ERA, so that's not that good or not that bad, I guess. We're middle of the pack. Then incomplete games doesn't really matter. Saves, we are 12th for saves, tied for 12th. Okay. Blown saves, doesn't really matter, I guess. We'll just go to the main stuff. Based on balls allowed. Let's just go to... Actually, we're just basically done there. I'll just go through that quickly. So, now it is time to go see what our awards are so far for our players in the league. And right now, Corey Seager, number 1 in National League MVP. Ryan Braun for the American League, who just got traded to the Astros. So, Ryan Braun in that deal for, I guess it might have been Dallas Keuchel there. He's been excelling ever since going to Houston. So, he's playing fantastic ever since going to the American League. Whereas the National League, you have Schwarber and Goldschmidt there in MVP. Then we have Clayton Kershaw there for Cy Young, Scherzer, and Arrieta. Then we have Schwarber, LeMahieu, and Seager all for the batting title. Then we have Kenley Johnson, yada, yada, yada. Where is our players, though? I think we might have a few in here. Where are all our players? H.R. Story there, number 1 for Gold Glove shortstop. Okay. Where is our outfielders, though? No outfielders, okay. Do we have anybody at all? We have LeMahieu there for Silver Slugger, second baseman, 3rd for that. So now he's number 1 in batting title, yet for Silver Slugger, he's not even up there really as a top. I guess it's maybe home runs and RBI, but still, he should be at least 2nd or at least 2nd at that batting average. And then we go to Arenado, number 1 in Silver Slugger, 3rd baseman, and then David Dahl there, 3rd in outfield for Silver Slugger, and so on and so on. Oh, yeah, Blackman there too. Forgot Blackman there in the last one for outfield Silver Slugger. So. Right now, our team looking very good so far with the awards and our team rankings in the league. We're one of the best teams in all of baseball. We're 5th best in baseball. It's time to even add more pieces to this team. So, trade block, take a look at this one. So, what do we actually need in this team right now? It's pitching mainly is what we need. So, is there any good long relievers in this team, on this trade block we could probably trade for? So, you have guys like you and Sean Doodle, which would be pretty good for our team. Sean Doodle would be fantastic for our relief pen. He's got all those quirks I just love there. Quirks are the best. He's got 92 clutch. He's got 81 base walks right there. Ks per 9, he's got 90. 74 for hits per 9. So Sean Doodle keeps all of his batters in check, though. He's one of the best overall relievers in all of baseball, I guess. He's pretty good. He's got a 2 ERA on the season. Much better than last season. He's basically trimmed that in half. Where is the rest of this? That's pretty much it. So there's Sean Doodle on there, Doolittle, who we could acquire on this one. I want to see what it actually would take to go acquire him, though. And it doesn't really take that much. We have just a few minor league prospects for Doolittle, and it actually works. But that's because reliever pitchers aren't really valued that much. So that's all it takes to go and acquire Sean Doolittle. But the rest, though, we have Chris Davis around there from Oakland. You have a lot of Oakland athletics, though, that's for sure. Anybody else in here, though? Anybody who seems to stand out? So we have guys like Chris Davis, obviously. Where is some first base prospects? So you have guys like, I guess, like Jamal Jones, who's young in this outfield. What has he got? He's pretty much good at everything. At least decent at everything. And then we have Brian Shaw at 30 years old, 76 overall. He's pretty good, though. He's actually not that bad. Brian Shaw could work out, though. Let's see if we can trade him for what we have in this face, Chamberlain. And it doesn't work. Can we make any trade? You have Sean Burns and Roy Newhan. Basically, guys, I went and signed in the free agency. So we could acquire Brian Shaw, though, which would help with our team pretty good, though. He's got some good stuff on him. Only thing, he's making a lot of money, but that really doesn't matter too much to me, because salary cap, you just go and trade at the end of the season if you want to. And then at the bottom, though, we have like Josh Fields. Rich Hill would work pretty good as a little reliever. You have Kevin Key, Ivan Nova. We got Domingo Santana. He's got some pretty good stuff on him, though, for his power. Domingo Santana would be perfect for our backups, but we don't need any more backups, though. That's the thing. So our team is good when it comes to backups. He hit 18 more runs this season, but we just don't really need him, though. And then we have Scooter Gennett there at second base. Jim Henderson. Anybody else in here? Michael Saunders. We have Cesar Hernandez. And we have Aaron Nola. Why is Aaron Nola on here, actually? What did it take to acquire him? Randall Smith, Kiki Escalona, and Ian Desmond. No. I'm not trading Ian Desmond for that. Even though he would be pretty good for our team, though. He's 24 years old, 83 overall. He would be good, but I just don't want to trade Ian Desmond, one of the best players on this team, for Aaron Nola. And I think he might be on his last year of his deal, too. Is he? And he is, yeah, that's probably why they're trading him. Who else? We have Edward Otto in here, too. This dude's on here. And it would take only a guy that we signed in the free agency. Oh, and plus Robbie Ray. That wouldn't work. Okay, so I found a trade that might be pretty good for this organization. So, you have Sean Doolittle on this trade, and Ryan Dole in exchange for Senzatella, Chamberlain, and Nick Cortez. So, right now on our end of this deal, we have giving up Senzatella, which is a decent prospect in this organization. But the thing is we have Ryan Castellini, we have Davis Enfield, Derek Garcia, Jeff Hoffman, Prince Shipley, and a whole bunch of other players that could easily take him over. And plus, we have like guys like Peter Lambert, Riley Pint. We have a lot of young guys. Rufus Seymour could easily go and take him over. And we just have too many starting pitching prospects, basically. So, get rid of one doesn't really matter too much to me at that. Then, you have a reliever right now, Jabba Chamberlain, who's just doing terrible this season, his first season in Colorado. He's got a 75 overall, which may look good right now, but the thing is that he's got a 6.5 ERA. He's not really doing that well at all. It just doesn't really help us out too much when you have a guy who's got a 6.5 ERA. Plus, his WAR is under 1. He's got a negative 0.4 in his WAR. So, he's not helping us out at all when you take a look at him. Then Nick Cortez. You're probably wondering why Nick Cortez. But the thing is, he's deep potential, 65 overall, 21 years old. This man is not going to grow that much at all for us. Plus, he's just used for his speed primarily. We have a lot of speedy guys in the organization anyway. So, pretty much doesn't really affect us too much throughout the next year, because we end up acquiring Dole and Doolittle. Doolittle, I could immediately just go and add him to our closing role, because that means we go move Adam Ottavino to a relief role, which fills the spot of Chamberlain. So pretty much we're just going and adding, or almost upgrading Chamberlain in a way for that. Then we go and add in Ryan Dole there too, as another relief pitcher in the system who could work probably even as a long reliever in a way. Actually, not really a long reliever, but still adds a little bit more of an arm to the system than there already is. Plus, he's got the overall quirks of excels at limiting base hits and performs better when the team is behind. So he's got quirks. He's pretty good. If you take a look at his past history, he's averaged around a 2.5 or 2.4 ERA in the past 3 seasons. So he's looking pretty good for as a backup, or almost as a relief pitcher, I guess, one of the star relief pitchers on this team if you put him in that role. So Ryan Dole looks pretty good. Doolittle looks pretty good as our closer, because Adam Ottavino just goes to a relief role after that. So I think this is a good trade, though, for us. I'm going to pull it off. So welcome to Colorado, Doolittle, and Dole. Right there, and the trade is over. So there's Doolittle there now in Colorado, same with Ryan Dole on the roster screen. So Doolittle, take a look at him in a uniform, and he looks pretty nice. The number 62 there in Colorado with the pinstripes, looking pretty good there in the uniform. So now he's a new closer on this team. Then we have Ryan Dole there, who provides more of a backup role in relief, as he looks pretty nice there, number 66 in Colorado. So let's take a look at the rotation now and see what we could do now in this. So it looks almost a little bit full there for a rotation right now. So you have Ben Bowden, Mike Dunn. Mike Dunn could go down though for sure. I don't know why he got called up. Let's go to Mike Dunn. Bring him down because we do not need him on this team at all whatsoever. So Mike Dunn, get out of here, move down to the AAA, and now it looks like our 25-man roster is good. So, I don't know, when they pulled off the trade, I don't know why they even called him up, though. It made no sense, because we had another relief pitcher on the team, so I don't really know what's going on there. But now, Ottavino, get out of the closing role, even though you're not that bad. Just Doolittle's better than you, and it just seemed a lot more safe with Doolittle in that role. So, Sean Doolittle now as our closer, then we have our man Ottavino there. I don't even know if I really want him in a setup role. I think you'd do better in relief role, kind of like right there, because their setup men, Salas and McGee, doing pretty well. Even Salas maybe needs a change of scenery too, you never know. Let's try this actually for once. So Ottavino there in the same kind of setup role there with Jake McGee and Doolittle. So right now our setup role and closer look pretty good there in their roles. Then we have our middle relief there in Ben Bowden playing very well right now. Easily our best reliever here on the team. Then you have Salas is playing alright, I guess, and Dole is playing pretty decent. Then we have Finn there in long relief as our long relief guy. So now we had another arm there in Ryan Dole who can go and provide just a little bit more presence here in the bullpen. And that means we really don't need too much of a long relief guy anymore because we have more arms in the bullpen. So we're good there. And I think we should be decent for now. And right now, even if like one of our rotation players doesn't get injured, we do have a lot of backup options in Prince Shipley, Derek Garcia, Jeff Hoffman, Davis Enfield, a lot of young guys who could step up to the plate and play very well. Because in the AAA, they're playing fantastic right now. Like Derek Garcia is a 1.55 ERA. We have, looks like Hoffman's got a 2.55, and Enfield has a 2.47. So these dudes could play very well in the backup role if they come in. So I think we're safe with those players in our rotation there. But now let's move on to the next thing, which is addressing our lineup. Do we need more players for a lineup? That's the question. So the thing is, do we trade Dalton Pompey or not? I really don't know if I really need to at this point, because we don't need any backup guys at all. And right now we've won 8-1 in our last 9, so I'm pretty sure our lineup is looking fantastic right now for what it is. So DJ, he's playing very well. David Dahl's playing fantastic. Nolan Arenado's coming around. Blackman's playing fantastic. Kutch is playing good. Desmond's playing alright. Story's playing fantastic. And Jordan Patterson's playing alright, along with Oscar Hernandez is playing decent. So we have a backup player in Kendrys Morales for the power there. He's very good at his power and his contact against lefties, so we're good with him. We have Pompey for his speedy base running and his switch hit ability there too. We have Pat Valleca as an infield guy, and Tony Walters as our catcher, or backup catcher. So I think we're good for now, though. Even Pat Valleca, like when I was addressing the first baseman prospect thing, we could maybe go and convert some players to first base as prospects, because right now we have too many shortstops, too many second basemen, and it's time to go and move them. So if we move Pat Valleca there as our first baseman prospect, it fit up pretty well, I guess, because that means we go and take one man off our shortstop prospects, and that means that Brendan Rodgers does get a little bit more attention there as basically our top shortstop prospect. Then we also have like Scott Pringle, Gilberto Castro, and Adam Chavez there too. So Valleca, let's move him to first base just for now. Or even should we just wait? I'll just wait there. I think we're good there for now. So in the offseason, that's basically what our first baseman prospect will be, and that's Pat Valleca. But now let's move on to the next thing, which is take a look once again here at the trade block. See if you need to make any trades or not right now, or like any more trades for the trade block. So with the trade being done right now, I think we don't need to make any more trades though, just to be honest, because at this point we're good with the roster right now. Don't need to shake anything more up as it is, because right now our lineup's playing fantastic. We're one of the best teams in all of baseball right now. Rotation, add even more arms to it, made our closer even better, and added Ottavino there as our setup man. So that helps us out even more than it was before. Then we go and add Ryan Dole there as a middle relief guy. He adds even more experience and talent to this overall fantastic bullpen. So at this point, I think our roster is good, and we don't need to make any more changes to this team. So just take a look at the rotation right now. You have John Gray at a 2.81 ERA and an 88 overall as of right now. So he's going up a bit in his overall, so he's progressing. Then Anderson at 87 and a 3.15, Stephen Wright at 4.58, and a 3.88 out of Robbie Ray, and a 4.55 out of Ubaldo Jimenez. So with these dudes, if they mess up, they have our bullpen there to go and back them up and win some games. So lineup looks good in all of our roles. And basically our bench looks great there too, with Bob Pompey, Patterson, and Kendrys Morales as our guys on the bench, and Tony Walters sometimes too. So we're good there, and I think we probably go and sim maybe some more games up to around, I don't know, maybe this Minnesota series or this. Okay, so we'll sim maybe one more day. Let's sim past trade deadline. See if there's any deals that won't go down there in this trade deadline, and just check it out and all that kind of stuff. Did anything even go down at all? Let's sim one more day. There is, we lost the Phillies game, but did anything happen though? There had to been something. So I don't think anything happened actually. Hold up, what even happened there? So we saw the Dallas Keuchel trade last time, the Ryan Braun trade too. It just nothing happened though besides our trade for Doolittle and Dole. So I don't know what happened here. I guess nobody wanted to trade anything on the deadline, but again, it looks like our only trade that happened on the deadline was the only trade in the MLB. Okay, so nothing really happened in the trade deadline, but we'll probably go and sim up to the next game, which is I'm gonna face off against Dallas Keuchel here in Milwaukee. I wanted to see how good he is over there in Milwaukee. So let's go sim up to this Cleveland series, right to the end of it, and see when we play Dallas Keuchel in Milwaukee. Okay, so now, wait, hold up, just as we go and pull this one up, we're facing Dallas Keuchel in the first game in Milwaukee, but we have Robbie Ray at the mound, though. But first things first, we'll take a look at our rotation, or at our sim, and our sim was just a mess, though. We lost, like, I don't know how many games in a row to start off this August. We lost 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 games in a row to start off this August. We won 2 against San Francisco. We lost 1 against the Dodgers. We won the rest next 2 against the Dodgers. We lost 1 and 1 against the Minnesota. Then Cleveland went, swept Cleveland their 3 games in a row. So I guess it's pretty good right there. But the thing is that where are we at in our standings right now? Are we good? And I think we're only 4 games back of the best team in baseball there, the Dodgers. So we're still doing strong here in the MLB, as we're still, not even the best team in baseball. The Cubs are best now. Okay, so we'll go and take a look at our, hold up, we'll go to the statistics. I want to see where we're at now. So win percentage, we are now 6th in baseball. Okay, so we have Washington, Cleveland, the Dodgers. Looks like the Red Sox are 2nd best too, so that means they're 3rd best in baseball. But then we have the Cubs are number 1. So we have the 3rd best team in baseball in our division, and plus we have the 6th team, including ourselves. So right now, we seem pretty primed for a playoff spot this season right now, because wildcard, we're like 5 games ahead of the Pirates, we're 5 games ahead of the Giants, so we should be good right now. As of right now, as long as we don't go and lose a whole bunch of games in a row, we should be fine. So no more 6-game losing streaks. Hopefully that won't happen. But then next episode should be the game against Dallas Keuchel and Robbie Ray. Actually, never mind. I guess we'll just go play as Robbie Ray, because Robbie Ray is a pretty solid player in this league. I just want to go use him again. So next episode will be the 71-52 Colorado Rockies with Robbie Ray starting versus the 64-60 Milwaukee Brewers. Their new ace Dallas Keuchel starting in that game. The 3.18 ERA or 3.81 ERA. Not too bad there in Milwaukee ever since being traded there for Ryan Braun and like another player. So I guess let's start off here. Make sure to subscribe for Rockies franchise. Next watch, I'll see you in the next one.
$1